dealing with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Who's saying that? Which one of the pastors saying that? That our power is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, that's my name forever, the memorial to all generations. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Which one? Understand this, I'm not boasting because I know what I know, because I'm humble, and I not include myself as one of the righteous at all. I'm just bringing forth what it is that the Spirit is bringing to me to bring forth to our nation. So I'm talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. Any of you other people that's listening, more power to you. You got to learn it now, live it now, or you can be made to learn it and live it in the kingdom. Either or. But it's going to be a remnant of every nation that got an opportunity to go into the kingdom, to work in a righteous kingdom. So it behooves everybody to try and learn this, or want to learn, or not. Lake of fire is waiting for everybody that don't want to change, don't want to be born again, don't want to become a new man, don't want to become a new woman. You ain't got time, he ain't gonna have time for you. So look for nothing. Because you know, the devil will bless you. He gonna come for his though. Don't you see all the people be blessed? Then they out of here. But this is what this wicked King Antiochus Epiphanes said, and everyone should leave his laws. So you see the laws was given to the Israelites. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. What laws they have? It tells you in Psalm 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols. These other nations, they dealing with idolatry. They deal with the Most High. That's why I challenge you. Which one of y'all religions keeping the Most High's moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High, if thou can say? You say, yeah. Verse 43, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. See? That's what you're not understanding. A lot of these things that our people have fallen into are religions. Come all the way back, we all the way back in the Greek Empire. They consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. Disgraced the Sabbath. See? For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Strange laws of the land. Like these religions are strange laws of the land. What religion that you can say that Moses knew about that exists today? What religion? So it got so bad. Like y'all, let me just show you, let me just share since I'm here, show you what they did in verse 48. Say that they should also, they destroyed the temple. They brought idols, idolatry all up in our temple, all up where we worship at and so forth. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. Sound familiar? You can eat whatever you want to eat. All you got to do is pray over it. Like they teach you in these religions and so forth. They made them homosexuals. They eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, whatever you can deal with, that eat feces and any other animal and so forth. To the end, they might forget the law, you see? Now they have their own setup or curriculum in religions that they allow our people to follow to keep you from the Most High. Not knowing that you are the chosen people of the Most High. That's what he's doing. That's their whole get down. I mean, it's all about that. Or, what's the problem in knowing that the Most High, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. If you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, he's not even thinking about you. Isaiah 40:17 says, for all nations before me are nothing, and less than nothing. Come on. So the whole get down was what? To the end, verse 49, they might forget the law. and change all the ordinances. Don't it sound familiar? This ain't nothing new. It's what's happening right now. Whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. Okay? So now, what did they do to the women? Let's jump down to verse 59. Now, on the 5 and 20th day of the month, doesn't that sound like your Christmas? 25th day of the 12th month. Now, on the 5 and 20th day of the month, they did sacrifice unto the idol altar, which was upon the altar of the Most High. Pig and swine, all kind of madness, man. More than what it is that you see here. We're going to see. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. See that? They put to death on the 25th day of the month, on your Christmas, certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. You know, that was our custom. We would circumcise the boys on the 8th day. And circumcision is learning the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, learning about the Most High too. This is what they did. And they hanged the infants about their necks. See? That's when you see these Christmas bulbs. It just hurts me because I know that those are our little boys' heads that they have hanging on the trees. The bulbs represent their heads. It would say, and they hanged the infants about their necks, and rifled their houses, and slew them that had circumcised them. Okay. Howbeit, many in Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing. This is how serious we were. We weren't eating no pig, no catfish, no shrimp, no lobsters, no crawdads, no crab. Anything that was unclean, that we knew was unclean from the Levitical dietary law in Leviticus 11 chapter. Howbeit, many in Israel was fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean thing, wherefore they chose rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died. And there was very great wrath upon Israel. So then, as you keep reading on, Judas Maccabees and his father Mattathias was raised up to take down our enemies. Well, we learn about this in the day that we observe, that we say we would observe, called the Feast of Dedication. And you can read about Edomization observing it also. All you Christians out there, call yourself Christians. Why are you not keeping that instead of Christmas? The Feast of Dedication. You read about him in John 10, 22 down. Edomization went to the Feast of Dedication. Not no Christmas. So let's go to 1st, 2nd Maccabees, the 6th chapter. We're still in the Greek Empire, y'all. It says, verse 1 down, not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews, which are the Israelites, to depart from the laws of their fathers. Depart from the laws of their fathers. They ain't got to do it now because they got all these religions that's telling you that, these post-up pastors telling you ain't under the law. You see what he said? They sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers. These are laws that the Most High wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High. Not to live after the laws of the Most High, you hear that? Not to live after the laws of the Most High. That's why y'all say, we ain't under the law. It's the same people. Nothing new under the sun. Here we are today saying the same thing. Y'all saying the same thing. I'm hearing the same things. I'm telling you, you got to repent. First and foremost, fear the Most High. Repent and keep the laws of the Most High. Be afraid and be scared of him. So you say, hey, he's a consuming fire. It says, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter. Hear that? Call it the temple of Jupiter. Olympias. And that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of strangers, idols, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. You see? Remember, all the gods of the nations are idols. It says, the coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people. Look what they did. For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles. These are the nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, who dallied with harlots, that's prostitutes, and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places, buying prostitutes, harlots in the temple. And besides that, brought in things that were not lawful, because the Most High only gave the laws to the Israelites. So they brought all the idolatry right up in the temple. This is what it says. The altar also was filled with profane things. Most Highness. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Holiness. Holyless things, which the law forbiddeth. You see it? Listen at this. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts. That's why I'm asking you, which one of y'all religions keeping the moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and keeping the Sabbath day correctly? Because I know Seventh-day Adventists say they keep the Sabbath day, but they're not keeping it correctly. And what about the other laws that go with the Sabbath day, or go with what it is that you're supposed to be dealing with in keeping the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws? I'm waiting on that. Since y'all say y'all believe in the Most High, he the one that wrote those laws with his finger, 613. And then we learn it as we read in the Bible, what to do and what not to do, what's right and what's wrong. But look what they did. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. See that? To confess himself at all to be an Israelite. And in the day of the king's birth, this your